what's up, y'all? It's your girl Tony. Just to give y'all forewarning, Matt, T, and I are all in separate locations recording this week. So if you hear like any audio issues or what have you, charge it to the game and not us. We decided to go do our own thing this weekend. And so we have to get this podcast out for y'all, but we do hope y'all enjoy it. We'll be back to regular recordings next week. Love y'all.
Welcome back to another week of Hot Tag Report, everybody. It's your boy, retaining champion, the HTR champ, the undisputed champ. He's undeniable because he's the undisputed champ. He is the champ still. Big sexy Matt. And we got the loser, T, and my new number one contender, Tony, with us today. Say hi, everybody.
Now, why you introduce her like that?
Why disrespect? You know what? I ain't even saying that. All right. Okay. You got that.
It's all love. It's
Hey,
all
everybody.
love.
There ain't no love there, but it's
Hey,
all good.
y'all.
She put up a good fight, but of course, Poppy always comes up on top.
How you said somebody else shit
Okay.
first?
You want to be right.
And
You want
I
to be real
can.
so bad. Moving on.
So, we had a very interesting week coming out of this week with WWE. You know, we're still gearing up for Mania. So, storylines are starting to move a little better now. Some of them, not all of them, but some of them. So, let's get it started, y'all. Let's start in the land of Raw.
Oh, here we go. Once again, Raw's already starting with John coming out here crying. Don't want to hear John. Shut the fuck up. But he coming out walking all slow as shit. Want to be Undertaker? Come on, hurry the fuck up. Get to the ring. We don't want to do all that. Anyways, he already talking about bragging about hurting the little kid's feelings this week, which I'm like, okay,
Which
huge flex for
is really
you, I
fucked
guess.
up. Really
Yeah.
fucked up and funny.
The crowd has fuck you seen the chance going on, but also the censor in the back couldn't catch up with them. So it was be fuck, they say fuck bleep you, something like he couldn't catch on. So he was trying, they were trying, but then he finally caught on. I'm like, okay. And then they started back up with the shut the fuck up chants. I'm like, these crowds ain't having none of that shit. And then he went on saying that he knows more about the fans than the fans don't know about themselves. We're sad and pathetic. We're rats in a cage. All kind of shit like that. The whole
How
thing to
you
me
know
was
me
very
better than
boring
me?
because I'm like, okay, exactly, bro. You don't even know yourself. You can't even see yourself. So, and then he's mad. He said the biggest mistake the fans made was being mad about the spinner belt, which I think still was a stupid fucking thing.
No,
But like,
okay, the US
I
spinner
guess
belt was ugly as sin, but the WWE one was alright looking. It wasn't like the best thing I ever seen, but the US spinner belt was just ugly. That was just an abomination. But that's my opinion.
so, but yeah. Cena's on his villain in his villain era. He's saying he gonna ruin wrestling. He gonna ruin it for every fan, every wrestler, for everyone. Uh, he will force us to forget about Ric Flair and only remember him. Sorry, baby. I don't care what the fuck you do. Ain't no way you ever gonna erase Ric Flair. It ain't happening. No matter
Fun
what your
fact.
legacy is.
So go
What's your
ahead.
fun fact? What's your
Vic
fun
Flair
fact?
said Vic Flair said he will be at Mania this year. He said hell freezes over. He has tweeted and confirmed he will be at Mania this year to see that match.
Ric Flair
So
gonna blow his
will Vic
pacemaker for that.
will Vic Flair intervene? Who knows?
I mean, I guess, um, he said he's gonna walk out WrestleMania, win with the belt, and then he's gonna walk away. Meaning he gonna retire with that belt, and he's gonna. Oh, hold on, I just turned these damn jets on. Can y'all hear that humming?
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay, sorry, I hit the thing on the hot tub. Um, He's gonna retire with the belt, meaning he's gonna walk away with the belt, and he's gonna be the last real champion of the WWE. Bro, you're a cornball, literally a cornball.
I hope they don't. I really hope they don't do
Cody ain't
that.
trying to
That's
hear nothing.
horrible booking.
I really hope they don't do that dumbass shit either. Cody obviously don't tired of hearing all that shit. Cody come out with playing his music. Uh, he looked.
Adrenaline
I knew when he had
in
the
my
suit.
soul.
I knew when he had the suit on. He wasn't finna. It wasn't finna be no chicanery. He wasn't finna do no chicanery because he ain't finna mess up
Not
his
them nice
good
ass
suit.
suits.
But
Not in the Versace suits he ain't.
uh, he ain't trying to hear none of that whining that Cena doing. Basically, was like, you got to take the title away from me first. Yeah, I'm about to face the most dangerous Cena. The mistake you made was telling me and these fans that you was gonna walk away with this title. He was like, "Does?" And so Cena was looking all sideways, and he said, "Does it bother you that they sing for me? You think the timeline of wrestling hangs in the balance because of your vanity? Fight me then." So he taking his little Cody done came out his little jacket, he's got a little chest out, and so Cena actually finna square up, but we knew this bitch was not finna square up. Um, he over here like, oh, I'm finna walk in the ring, walk away from the ring, walk back to the ring, walk out. So he's walking out, and Cody's last thing he says was, "You see how you walk out of this ring empty-handed? That's how you're gonna walk out of WrestleMania, and how you gonna walk out of WWE." And that's how that promo ended. And I was like, okay, Cody, talk your shit.
Okay, so when
Then
are
we
they gonna
moving on.
actually go to square up?
I don't think they are.
That makes no sense. They have to have at least a little contact before Mania
I don't think
happens.
they are.
Where the hell was The Rock in all this?
He's the puppet
He
master. He ain't got to
shooting
show his face.
right. He back here pulling the strings.
All right, I guess.
But
I
I
think
don't
he
see
should be
them.
out here
I
too.
feel like if they
I
gon'
don't know.
it's gonna be Cody having a match. But is Cody gonna have a match before Mania? Or I wouldn't put it, because then that's when John gonna jump him. We know John ain't gonna have no match before Mania. So if he does have a match before Mania, it should be against Randy, because Randy the main one talking shit about him. But moving on.
He's too scared for that.
Glad my boy right. Glad my boy Pat back in the building. But I just got a couple questions to my boy. First off, he's sitting down.
Here
I
we
don't see
go.
nothing he got on. My boy is sitting down. He got on a black button down, but it's short sleeve and a tie. And I'm
It's
like,
like
what the fuck he
ACDC.
got on? Because I'm like, I ain't never seen Pat in a button down. Every time he got a suit jacket on, he got a t-shirt on underneath. So what the fuck he got on? Why does motherfucker stand up on this damn table? He got a kilt on. I'm like, okay, they over here in Glasgow. That's fine. But
Uh-huh.
I look down at his
Scotland.
feet. Why the fuck this man got Air Forces on? So you got
Because
on
he's
a
Pat.
short
He can
sleeve
do what
button
he
down shirt
wants.
with a tight, a kilt, and some white Air Forces.
He
First
can
off,
do what he wants.
The Air Forces should have been gray,
They should have been
or
black.
because then
Pat
Pat,
was
no, we
dressed
don't
like
need him
when
to.
you tell your kid to go get dressed because y'all finna go and they just go put on anything.
He just grabbing shit, just just grabbing shit. Next up, we have Jay Uso has a tag team match with A Town Down Under, but he has a mystery opponent. So we're standing here watching, waiting for see who's gonna be. Jimmy come trotting down the alleyway.
Oh,
Let me tell you, I'm hyped. I'm so hyped. I'm like, oh, the brothers are back. Um, Usos are over here dapping up at commentary. Jimmy switched it up like he's doing a dap with Michael. Switch it up and use the other hand. Michael goes, "Oh, that's way out of my league. I don't know nothing about that." Screaming. A Town Down Under music hit. Pat, not the fans. Pat is in the back. Boo. Pat, shut the fuck up. Why can I hear you right now? Grayson tearing kids signs up like he do every week.
That dude's
First
funny.
time we right. Michael let us know this is the first time the Usos have tagged in a year and a half. First time they've ever faced Uptown Down Under. Uptown, A Town. Why you saying A Town? A Town Down Under. Where's it
Uptown
Uptown
funk
from?
you up. Uptown funk you up. You thinking about Bruno, that's why.
Right. I miss seeing the Usos together in the ring. It's really nice to see. Love their chemistry in the ring. But they chopped Jimmy. Jimmy chopped Grayson so hard in his chest he flew up over the side of the ring. They have Jimmy
Jimmy said,
was
"Y'all
throwing
been over
Grayson
here
off.
messing with my brother."
Right.
My brother.
Um, but they're then he's on the outside messing around with Grayson, and Austin came out of nowhere and hit Jimmy with a forearm. And
Win.
I don't know if it was spit, gum, whatever it was, flew out Jimmy's mouth. I was like, God damn.
Yeah, I think that was gum, and that shit went flying.
And then there was so one move I do like that the Uso, I mean that Other Time Not Under did. They do it a double forearm to Jay, and that shit was kind of nice. I was like, oh damn, okay, cool. But in the midst, Jay was able to hit a spear. Like I said, they're getting better and better each time. It was a nice spear. They were able to pick up the win. Of course, here we fucking go with this whack ass fucking champion they fucking got. He threw Jimmy out the ring. Him and Jay tussling. Jay went to go spear him, and Jay falling. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on, bro? Last week it was you tripping up. Now it's this week you slipping. But this week I felt like it was supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Pat on the microphone again. Damn, Jay, you need to stop slipping. I'm like, Pat, get the fuck out of here. Moving on. Raquel's getting ready to face Lyra. Lives in the back cackling like a seagull. I don't feel like doing it this week. I'm not in the mood for her shit. Um,
Gotta do it at least once for
what's her stupid ass doing in the back? That's what she sound like. Mine, mine, mine. That's how her laugh sound. Dom walks up, still talking about adding people to the Judgment Day. They're talking about Raquel being a double champ. Dom was saying Finn was upset about him interfering. Liv said Finn's always upset, blaming everyone else for his shortcomings.
Mm.
Okay, okay, Liv. And Dom didn't say shit. He just like, okay, all right, bet. Remember that bitch. Next up, quick match, nothing crazy. Lyra versus Raquel for the IC title. Like once again, Lyra, it's great. I love Lyra. I think Raquel's adorable, but I don't feel like her skill set is there. Once again, I'm gonna say this every time because I don't see it. But that Lyra jumped in the air and Raquel big booted her, went flying.
Straight in the chest.
Right. Liv Liv grabs Raquel's leg while she's getting pinned. How Jessica Carr couldn't see this, but you out here trying to be a wrestler. Okay. Um, Lyra fucking double kick Raquel in the chest and got the roll up for the win. So she's still our IC title. IC champion. I feel like they tried to jump her. Yeah, they did. They tried to jump her, and then Bailey came out, and Bailey wasn't having
Mm-hmm.
none of that shit. But we knew Bailey was gonna do some. She would come out there and help because she was back there congratulating her. I mean, hyping her up before her match. So shout out to you, Bailey, for coming to help.
into the yams too.
Oh my goodness.
Let me get to the
This
yams.
is my this was one of my favorite segments of the night. Uh, LWO was talking to Adam. They pissed off about the whole El Grande Americano dude. And so
The large coffee,
Chaz,
the large American coffee.
yes. Chaz funky ass come walking up with a fucking doctor's note talking about we can't work tonight. I can't work tonight.
I'm
Somebody got me
sick.
sick. I can't go out. I'm
Man,
sick.
you better
Yeah,
man
that's it.
up, man.
It's Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee ain't trying to hear none of that shit. Dragon Lee said, we don't need no match. We can go to the parking lot. I'm like, oh damn, he ready to square with this man. Okay.
Let's squabble up.
And so he's like, we don't have to do all that. You could just face El Grande Americano. And excuse me, I'm not fluent in Spanish, but he says, "No me importa chorizo," meaning that don't mean dick. I'll face whoever. That's basically what he said. So
How you let the new face?
listen, I knew what chorizo was, and I'm out here, my big back ass, like, why the fuck is he talking about sausage right now? But
No, he was
anyways,
talking about something else.
yeah, I figured. Adam came out here about the contract with Io and Bianca, letting everybody know that Rhea's not in the match at WrestleMania. Let us know Rhea will have a rematch this week with Io to figure out who's going to be the champion and take on Bianca. Bianca music fit is fire. I'll take it. I don't like gold and silver together, but when she does gold and silver together, it's not too much. So,
Eh.
Mhm.
and she got her grill on. I love when she got her grill in. So cute. Um, Bria come out talking about I don't give a damn about WrestleMania. I want my rematch now. All this shit. So Io versus Rhea this week. Winner faces Bianca at WrestleMania. Chicanery gonna happen. It's gonna be ending a no fault. It's gonna be a triple threat at WrestleMania. Cool.
But Bianca's the ain't she the special referee?
Oh
Yeah.
yes. Well, I was gonna get to that later. I didn't get to that
Oh,
yet. But I
okay.
did hate when I know when Bianca's not gonna hit the KOD because she be lingering too fucking long. And then
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, she's not finna hit it today. And I'm like, come on, girl. There was an announcement that um Earthquake and what's the name?
Oh, the natural
The
disasters.
natural
Okay,
disaster.
thank you.
Yep.
There was an announcement that the natural disasters will be added to the Hall of Fame this year. So
I
that
love it
was
how
nice.
Triple H is starting to bring in the old school wrestlers now. Like he's starting because like Vince had a lot of beef against a lot of them. That's why a lot of them haven't been inducted yet. But Triple H don't care about that shit no more.
Well, it was dope to see. I like to see the old school teams get put in. So
Because a
um
lot of these teams are going to be starting to put in now. Because since Vince is gone, his stupid beefs are out the window now.
yes, because now they're also I don't know if anybody else was gonna talk about the moments that are being put in
Mm-hmm.
now.
Yes,
They're
I was going
inducting.
to talk about that at
Re-
SmackDown.
well, I'll let you have it, so because you can go into the history of all that stuff, so you
Hmm.
can bring that one up. Next up, we had Jimmy and Jay sitting on the stairs talking about what's it's gonna take. Oh my goodness, what it's gonna take to beat Gunther at WrestleMania. Jimmy let him know that the one Jay that's right here ain't gonna beat Gunther. He needs Bloodline Jay to beat Gunther. I don't agree. The Jay that they need is Uso Penitentiary Jay. That's who they need to bring back.
Locked up.
Yeah, first
Welcome to
heel
Uso Penitentiary.
when they first turn heel, that's who. First off, I never considered them to be heel because the fans was right behind them. But
Mm-hmm.
that that Jay is who they need. So Jay's still mad because he's sick of people doubting him, which I mean I understand. Um, Jimmy said, "You know what? I'm tired of this shit." Goes around the corner and finds Gunther. Tells Gunther next week it's gonna be the two of them going one on one. Gunther kind of snickered and said, "Cool, as long as you don't slip up like your brother do." When I tell
Mm.
you, Jimmy brought that fucking hand back like he finna do an alley oop and smack the fuck out of that man. I mean, smack fire out of that man. Jay don't play. Jimmy don't play about his brother. Now they had a little storyline beefing, but
He's like, that's
Jimmy
my
ain't
brother.
Jimmy don't play about his brother.
Jim said, "I'm person
Right.
can beef with my brother is me."
It's me, bitch.
He said, that's my brother.
Um, then we have a quick little segment with Penta and Dominic Mysterio. Um, Dominic come out here talking about, I mean, you're good, but you could be better. Bitch, if you don't get the fuck out of my face, Penta looked at that man like, I know this motherfucker ain't talking to me. I know this
Shut
bitch
the
ain't
fuck
He
talking to
talked
up.
to
me.
this wall behind me.
Like, bitch, you have nothing going on but over here riding coattails of your little white girl. Don't come over here trying to tell me what the fuck to do, bitch. Go sit the fuck down. Next up, we had Adam pissed off because of the fight that broke out between the trio, Bianca, Io, and Rhea. New Day come in here, piss the fuck off. The man then they said they the number one contenders for the title match titles. You think, sir? So I don't think so. And Adam wasn't having none of that shit. He said he tired of people barging in his offices and demanding shit. He told him they're not getting nothing until they earn it. Xavier told Adam he needs to go calm down and take his blood pressure meds. And Adam said, "Well, yeah, why don't you go get me a glass of water?" So like, Bianca coming here asking him who she gonna face at Mania, which pissed me off because he just told you there was gonna be a match next week of who you was
You
gonna
know,
face. So I
listen.
don't
You know,
understand why you asking
listen.
questions. Um, he said, "You know what? I know you'll call it right down the line. So you're gonna be the guest referee next week." Bianca said, "I don't know nothing about refereeing." And he said, "Well, you got a week to figure it out." And I was, you know she finna have the
Anna Pierce is it's
dumbest,
just
cutest, all out fucking gear.
Anna
And
Pierce is
it's
like,
her
this is
You
making
know
not
the
she
my
finna have
name.
TikTok.
Leave me the fuck alone.
It's her making the TikTok. The referee she go find is Jessica.
absolutely fucking not.
She should find what's his name? The one who ran down the aisle of that mania. What's his name?
Um, I can't think of his
Y'all
name.
know who I'm talking about.
Please
The
don't go
blonde.
find Count Chocula.
He
Who's
talking about the
Count
blonde,
Chocula?
the one that looked like a vampire. He got that twisted.
No, he should go. She should go find what's her name?
What the fuck
Asia.
is his name?
Did he have that? Is he with the one with the blonde hair?
Yes.
Yes.
I can't think of
What
his
the
name.
fuck
He
is his
was on
name? That's gonna piss.
SmackDown last night.
So, oh, Charles Robinson. That's what it is.
Yes.
Um,
Good old Charlie, last name
so
Wilson.
we're going off best friends theories. Not Chad
Oh,
Gable,
here
but
we go.
Monday America call it. We can clearly
You
A
know
see
how
him
Starbucks order.
bitches
by
That's
his
that
his
is?
mask.
name.
He literally. What'd you say?
You know how bitches that is to the Latino community?
Oh
Don't
yeah,
even piss me
they
off.
up in uproar about that. I seen
But it's the
something
fact
posted
they make
online about it.
that's like Ray being in a different mask and y'all telling me this ain't Ray. Bitch, I can clearly see his face that this is Ray. But dude is literally talking, like taunting during the match. Oh, first off, it's Dragon Lee versus this Starbucks order. Um, he's clearly talking during the match. We can hear, bitch. I can hear you. You know that, right? Like,
The
Dragon
mic is
Lee
on.
tried to pull the mask off of Americana. Dude is clearly in the same unit. He just put some little frillies on the side. During the match, we get a commercial, which was a little pre-planned. We get a little commercial for Goya beans, which I thought was hilarious because during
That
Black
was the
History Month,
funniest
right
thing
after
on
y'all
earth.
start talking about that, we get one about Rodney King. Now they do something about some Goya beans. Get the hell out of here.
That's the funniest
Michael
shit on earth, man.
Starbucks goes up for a suplex. Here go Michael Cole. Uh, what a suplex by Gable. Exactly. What you said.
You told
Right,
it
Michael.
yourself, stupid.
During the match, I said that. Somehow Dragon Lee's mask came off, and Starbucks was able to pick up the win. I just think this is the most disrespectful shit you can give to somebody who has a temporary gimmick.
I hope this gimmick is
Like
super
you
tip because
seriously would
Hispanics
come out
are
here
not
and fuck up somebody's legacy.
the Hispanics aren't going to put up for this right here. Like this is very
Mhm.
No,
because you know what the lucha means to people in Mexico. Like what, like there was a luchador from the '70s. He freaking got buried in his mask. No one ever saw this dude's face. These people take being lucha like serious. Like if you have a mask match, like and you lose your mask, that's it for you. Like it's serious for these people. So like to do
And it's
that
the
is
fact that Triple H
disrespect
just
to the
plays
Hispanic
with it.
community.
He takes that and
it.
turns it into a storyline and plays with it, and he keep crossing that line every time he do it.
I just think it's hella disrespectful for you to do that, especially with Dragon Lee's legacy that you have going on, and then for you to let somebody come in and do that off who's never going to be luchador outside after this gimmick is over, he's never going to go back to that. So for you to do that to me is disrespectful. There, regardless of his face being seen or not, it was too close, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
You gotta respect the luchadors.
next up, we get this crying ass bitch CM Punk. I'm sorry, y'all. I do not fuck with CM Punk. I'm
Look
sorry.
into my eyes. What do you see? Uh-huh.
I don't. He come out letting the fans know he pissed off. Says he works with children. Calls self the black belt diaper. Oh my goodness, this is a called self a black belt diaper piss baby. Says he casts the shadow. He casts the shadow of a Seth Rollins, which I don't agree with. But okay. Um, Roman sees that now can see that his wise man isn't just his wise man. He'll be at the contract signing on Friday with CM Punk, Seth, and Roman. Wants to know if this is going to give him a step closer to getting the title, which I'm confused as this is not a number one contenders match. So I'm confused. I don't understand. I
what,
don't think you understand the
what
logistics of
if
wrestling.
whoever wins, what if whoever wins get the number one contenders?
Well, we
We'll announce
already
that
know.
later.
We
Like for
already
Mania.
know who the number one contender. The number one contender already claimed who the number one
No,
contender
for
is.
after Mania. No, for after
The
Mania,
number
like the
one, like I
backlash.
said, the number one contender already claimed who the number one contender is.
Who?
We'll get to that on Friday. On you should know. You
Oh
do
yeah,
SmackDown.
SmackDown. Yeah. Oh, I gotta say after drink. I gotta
And
stop drinking so much.
Mm-hmm.
and then he said, neither one of you have beaten me without the help of the other. Okay, which is true, but you also needed help when you were beating them. But okay, we just gonna bypass that. Okay, cool. And then he let them know that he brought them to him because he was originally the Shield was supposed to be under him. He got kicked out apparently, so that's all cool. Don't care. Um,
Mm-mm.
Next up, we get a little phone promo from stupid ass Logan Paul. Could have been left off the show. Says he's gonna be in London this week, and so AJ to come on with this soccer mom haircut, and he'll see his bitch ass in London. Bro, don't be a hater, cause you sound like you're upset because he got that long, luxurious hair. You don't. Don't be a hater.
Did anybody tell him to use that splat on his head?
Then next up, we have a quick little interview with Kathy Kelly and Braun. She asked him how he feels about Penta joining Judgment Day and how there could potentially be more people ringside for this match. And he said, I don't care about that. I don't care about him potentially joining Judgment Day or if there was going to be extra people outside the ring help it, and if he potentially joins them. He really didn't. Braun's like, I don't give a shit about none of that. I'm here because these dogs is barking, and I'm here to defend my title. So I do want to give a shout out that um, Braun and Lyra are workhorses. Them two motherfuckers defending their titles
Mm-hmm.
left and right. I'm gonna give them that.
Mm-hmm.
The IC title is supposed to be the workhorse title, and they both are working. So
Mm-hmm.
next up, we had the for the main event, we had the IC titles match between Braun and Penta. Braun Breaker versus Penta. Um, Braun doing his normal hard hitting moves. Braun does a flying move off the side of the ring in the camera pane, so we see Dom and Carlito coming out to cheer on Penta. Penta was able to take over the match and hit some quick moves on him, and also able to hit Braun with a backstabber. Uh, Try to hit a Mexican destroyer on him, and I'm like, I don't think he can hit him with a. Braun was able to
It's a
get
big
out.
boy.
Um, then he was actually able to hit that Mexican destroyer, and I was like, okay. But Braun was able to kick out, and I'm like, all right. Um, Went up for Frankensteiner, and then hit a quick loose. He went to go cover him, but he like jumped in the air like he was doing a little splash before he did. I'm like, what the fuck he got going on? Carlito, I was so confused. I'm like, Carlito got on the side of the ring and got a spear for his trouble. Dom snuck in and hit Brown in the back of his leg, causing a DQ, which I'm confused about. It's like, why do you? what was the point? And you ending it. Never mind. I don't give a fuck. I can't get into the head of this motherfucker anyway. So, um, Brown was beating him up. Finn came out of nowhere and hit him with a chair, shot in the back. They all started jumping Braun. Finn gave the chair to Dom, who gave it to Penta, trying to get him to join Judgment Day. Finn looked at that fool like, what the fuck did I tell you, bitch? Penta threw the chair at Dom and drop kicked it, earning him a hit from Finn. Finn then hit Penta with the cue ball. And that's how the show ended, with Judgment Day standing tall. So,
Yeah.
um, I don't see Penta joining the Judgment Day. I don't see Judgment Day staying a unit for too long anyway, because they have nothing going on for them. So I give Raw four
Maybe they
flames
might break
for
them up at Mania.
possibly. I give them four flames. So
Agreed.
Also agreed.
and that was everything for Raw.
All right. We had a decent Raw. It's moving towards Mania. But let's get to NXT.
All right, let's get down to the
My
dirty,
number
dirty
one contender.
NXT. All righty, so this week's NXT started off. We had three championship defenses this week. It was the NXT Women's Championship being defended, the NXT Women's North American Championship being defended, and the Heritage Cup Championship being defended. So the show started off with the NXT Women's Championship match between Stephanie Valkyrie and Jada Parker. Jada was giving Stephanie a run for her money in this match. It was a lot of back and forth. The match was seemed kind of rushed. Was pretty for me. It was kind of short to be a championship match. Um, Stephanie picked up the
Especially the
win.
opening one.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie ended up picking up the win due to a distraction from Jordan, and that stemmed from Jada's side of attacking her from last week. So Jordan was like, "I'm gonna return the favor, bitch."
You look at Booker T when Jada's getting pinned, he has his head down, like he's shaking his head, like he's so sad that she's losing. Like he didn't say nothing after the match. He didn't call
Mm-hmm.
anything during that moment. He just was just like, mm. And just look at
Yeah,
the camera. And, like, y'all be talking about I'm biased. Booker T is biased.
because Booker T wanted Jada to win. I feel like that match could have went a lot longer. I do
It,
see Jada going against Jordan and Stand to Deliver. I could see that being a potential match. Um, Stephanie's out there celebrating her win. Huh?
I can see why it went short because she still had another match to do later that night. You don't want to overwork her to death.
Yeah. But this is what you signed up for when you decide to be a double champ. So,
Literally.
Agreed. I agree
um,
with that.
so as she's celebrating, Fallon Henley comes out with the rest of Fatal Influence. They attack her. JC hits her with three running swan. Is it the running swanton bombs? She hit
Mm-hmm.
her with three of those. And so Stephanie's like, "Oh, my ribs. Oh, she's hurt." And then that was the end of that. Um, like
The
I
way you
said,
did it was funny.
uh, like I said, this was a pretty good match. The women's locker room was seated to watch this along with Ava. Um, I want to go on a little quick rant, real quick. Mandy Rose, you don't wrestle with WWE anymore. So I'm not sure why you going on all these podcasts talking. You're not necessarily talking shit about Stephanie. You're talking shit about the company, saying that the company is only acknowledging Stephanie as the first women's double champion for NXT. Yeah, you unified some belts. I don't think that makes you a double
No,
champ if you're unifying
it
belts.
doesn't.
So
You're
I'm
not
not
a double champ. If you a
understanding.
double champ to have two belts, you didn't have two belts. You
You
unified and got
won
one.
another belt and you unified them together. You weren't a double champ. So it's always somebody on wrestling now stealing her gimmick. But baby girl, you stole somebody else's gimmick when you went to NXT. You stole somebody else's gimmick. You gimmicks are recycled in wrestling. How do you not know this? I just wanted to say that because I've been seeing it floating around, and
Right.
I just don't
Oh, that too.
understand. I don't understand these people. I get it. You've been scorned by this company, but the person in charge now is not the one who did it. So
But also, you were scorned because of your outside activities. That had nothing to do with your wrestling ability. You decided that you wanted to be naked and do all this shit. You sorry, it's Mustang weekend and all these loud ass cars are out here.
I didn't
But
even hear it.
you the one. But I can hear it in my head. It's like louder than me. You decided to go out here and be naked, and you knew the consequences of doing that. Then you can't get mad that you got held accountable for that, and you can't be mad at the people who didn't get down doing that.
You're
yeah,
right.
You
They
I
mad at
didn't
the
just
wrong people,
unify them.
Blade.
yeah, they just unified those two belts. I never thought she would, and it even said it for the match it was a unifying match for those two belts. But I'm not gonna give Miss Rose any more of my time. I just wanted to let you know, Miss Ma'am, know your how you wrestle for a company and don't know what you won. Anywho, um, Stephanie went to the back. They had like ice bags and tape for her ribs. And Ava was asking her, "Hey, are you sure you want to go on with your match with Fallon later on tonight?" And she was like, "Girl, I ain't gonna let this stop nothing." So she's still gonna
I
have her
got
match
this.
later on in the night.
She
Next
said one
up
month
we
can't
had
stopping no sugar.
yes, yes,
I
ma'am.
got this.
Next match up was Tyson DuPont and Tyreek Igwe. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Uh
These people gotta have
Wesley was
easier
with them.
names.
Yeah. Wesley was with them, and then they was going against Hanky Tanky. um Hanky Tank came out, they was doing some extreme stuff off the top of the match, hitting high top rope moves and stuff. Um, but Wesley was there to, kind of gather his team and be like, "Yo, we finna win this." Um, there was a guy in the crowd when Wesley did that distraction, and he was literally how I look every time somebody distracts the referee and they pretend to not see what's going on in the background. So I was like, I feel you. Um, Wesley hit that distraction. Wesley distracted the referee so that DuPont and Tyreek could do like a combination of suplexes. They set it up for a cheap shot. They set the other guy up for a cheap shot. Can't remember the name. I'm sorry, guys. My brain is not braining this morning.
There ain't no reason to remember because that shit was trash as fuck.
Yeah, the match was a match. Um, but Tyson and Tyreek got the win. They've been kind of beefing since they got there with each other. So, I guess this was just a match to remind people that they was beefing. Uh, Ricky had an exclusive interview with Big Joseph, basically talking about his time in NXT when Shawn Spears comes out and interrupt him. Um, Shawn told Ricky that he had too much ego to succeed, but Ricky told Shawn that I'm coming for the North American Championship, so watch your bag. I think I'd like to see that. I hope they don't put it on a random NXT. I would like to see it on Stand and Deliver. I've never seen these two actually wrestle against each other, but I do like watching Ricky's matches, and I've watched some of Shawn's matches, so I'll be excited to see that.
I want to see anything Ricky gonna do so.
He's a good wrestler.
So Wes had an interaction with Ricky as well. Um, he walked out the locker room because he was mad because Ricky is getting a shot at the North American Championship and it ain't him. And
Or
I'm
do
like,
better.
what you mad for? Yeah, make yourself known. Andre Chase and Ethan Page, they also almost came to blows after um they exchanged some words and eventually they had a match later on in the night. Uh Motor City Machine Guns was there as well to hype up Hanky Tank before they met. So we got to see Motor City Machine Guns being sort of like in a mentor role for Hanky Tank this Tuesday. So that was nice. Next match up was for the Heritage Cup. This was the second championship match of the night. It was Lexis King versus Javon Evans.
Him and
Uh,
them chops and that beard.
yes.
Your boy got a retwist.
Girl, did you see it?
Yes.
Got his hair done. Javon was putting his all into this match until Oba came out and interfered. Oba said, "I got to get my lick back from last week." So yeah, that's what we're doing tonight. Uh, as their uh, Javon ends up losing by count out. By the way, so Lexus still has the Heritage Cup. Because Oba powerbombed him into the apron and he couldn't get back in the ring in time.
What a power bomb. Did you see that power bomb?
Yes. He
Holy
done broke that baby
smokes.
Yes.
leg.
I wouldn't have
Holy
got in for
freaking
the 10 count
smokes.
either.
Hell no. I'd be going to the hospital after that.
So as Oba and Javon are getting it in, Dark State starts coming out of the crowd, lights go black. So I'm confused. I guess their presence is supposed to start the chaos or whatever. But Oba and Javon were still fighting, but Trick comes out of nowhere and hits Javon with a trick shot out of the ring, and then Trick and
Whoop
Oba,
that trick.
Trick and Oba
Whoop
start
that
going
trick.
after each
Whoop
other.
that trick.
Hey. Uh, Oba and Trick start going after each other, but security is pulling them apart. Dark State is in the crowd, like, yes, feed me more. They're enjoying the carnage. Um,
So are they
I
needed if we
need
can cause chaos without you even being here? We still doing our thing. So like Trick them being doing this shit before they even came about. So like why can you take credit for shit that we've been doing? NXT being riled up. But okay.
mm. After this match, Trick cut a promo in the parking lot. Baby, get out there parking lot.
Right.
Why would you go out there to cut your promo? You should have stayed in the bed. He cut a promo in the parking lot, basically calling himself the true champion and telling Oba that he was gonna be at NXT next week to meet him. And you better have my title with you.
Ooh.
Um Also we had a promo with Fraxium where Nathan was arguing with Axiom about his match with Gunther. Uh
Unte.
And that's when they saw Oba walk into the parking lot. He was mad. So I guess he was gonna go out there and meet him, but maybe he got to the parking lot and Trick went out there. So I don't know.
Why was he upset about him facing Gunther?
Because he lost. I think didn't Axiom lose that match against Gunther?
Yeah, but
Yes.
dude had a
They're
great match for
teasing,
him.
they're teasing, they're teasing at their breakup. So it's like Nathan's just nitpicking at
So you're mad
Axiom,
at me
like
because
you could have
you've
won
never
that
even
match.
you didn't even get called, baby.
You didn't answer the phone. I
You
did.
weren't even you weren't even in the call log, my guy.
Right.
Like, fuck off. You've never faced another champion on this caliber. Get the fuck off.
Also, Lexis, if you hit my baby in the jaw again, we're gonna have a problem. Because during that match, he was like purposely hitting him in the jaw until his mouthpiece fell out. So, Lexis, meet me in the NXT parking lot. I got something for you. Back over to the women's side, women's tag team to be more specific. We got
Oh
Lash
brother.
Legend. We got Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson versus Tatum Paxley and Gigi Dolan. Um, First and foremost, shout out to these two tag teams. They are making moves over on TNA for the TNA Knockouts Championships. So hopefully one of these teams wins those belts. That way we have some actual traveling champions because these WWE Women's Champions, these WWE Tag Team Champions we got over here, y'all not defending nothing.
They ain't defended them since they got them.
So,
Ah, damn.
Okay. Okay. But my girls was defending it. I'm shut up. I'm shut up. Not gonna get
yeah,
riled up about it. I'm not.
they defended those belts since they got them. And as far as I know, Bianca and Naomi are the last tag team to defend their belts over on NXT. So, anywho,
Yes.
this match basically stems from Gigi and Tatum have a championship match on TNA against Ash of Elegance and her tag team partner uh for the belt. And Jakara and Jakara and Lash was like, why they get the title shot before we did? So this is where this match is coming from. Honestly, in my opinion, I love both tag teams. I don't feel like Gigi and Tatum should have picked this win up. I feel like
Thank
they only
you.
picked it up because they have that title match at TNA. But cool, fine, dandy. Y'all could have put them against another team. Which brings me to Zaria and Soul being out there
Oh
watching
no.
the match.
One thing. Tatum and Gigi are sloppy.
Yes, that match was
Sloppy.
amazing.
They are fucking sloppy. They do not know. I don't see them being tag champions because even their what is it like when you have one together, your tag team move was still
Mm-hmm.
sloppy, and I'm just like,
I
this
think
is
this
who's
match
supposed to be going for.
altogether was
Mm-mm.
it was hard to
It was hard to watch.
yeah, it was hard to watch. Like I said, I love both tag teams. I love all four wrestlers in this match because they are all good wrestlers. Even Jakara, I do see where she's picking up her skill set and she's training and she's learning and she's getting better. But should have Gigi and Tatum went over Lash and Jakara? No.
Mm-mm.
And I do agree with them. Lash and Jakara approached the TNA knockout champions first. So why is it that Gigi and Tatum get a title shot before them? Um, but yeah, Zarya and Soul came out to watch the match at some point. They was just standing there. They didn't interfere in anything. Um, Next match up was Ethan Page versus Andre Chase. Um, I'm not sure why this was a match. I'm not sure why Andre is still there. I guess they trying to find something for him to do so they won't have to let him go too. I honestly didn't really like this match. I think this is more so of a I'm gonna put Ethan over because Ricky's sitting out here and I need to show him what I can do. Side note, love the fact that during Ethan's intro, Ricky just was like, excuse me, bitch, and walked past him to go to commentary. Ricky was like, oh, you thought that pop was
Sorry,
for you?
it
It
was real.
wasn't.
He said, "Sorry,
Like,
let me squeeze
excuse
by you
me,
real quick."
miss. Let me get by.
It wasn't even that. It was a yeah. Excuse me, beat. Ricky looked like he rolled his neck, but he got something to say. Um, we cut to a promo of the D'Angelo family. Tony wants them to start looking into Dark State, but then he asks everybody else to leave except for Stacks. I believe Stacks is gonna turn on the family. Tony asked him, could he trust him, and mm, he said he could, but I don't know. It's just I watched too many mafia movies to believe that, and I done played mafia too many times for somebody to tell me they trust me, they gonna turn on me. So watch your back, Tony. That's all I have to say. Us Tonys, we gotta stick together.
Wow.
I'm just saying. So the last match of the night was the women's North American Championship match. This was Stephanie once again versus Fallon. Fallon did zone in on those injured ribs. Uh, the two Fallon's little lackeys, they was trying to jump into this match as well and interfere. Um, but Stephanie hit the SBB to retain the North American Women's Championship. Fatal Influence did attack Stephanie after this match, but Jordan came out, made the save, helped her out. Jada came out and tried to attack Jordan, but Jordan was like, "Nah, you ain't catch me slipping, bitch." And so Jordan picks up the belt. She quickly gives Stephanie the NXT North American Championship, but she kind of, held on to the NXT Championship belt a little bit too long, and so they ended up just staring into each other's eyes until credits roll, and that's how NXT ends.
I did like how when Jordan knocked Jada out the thing, she hit her the same
Mm-hmm.
way that Jada hit her, and then she kind of did like how Rikishi be slapping his hips thing when
Mm-hmm.
that's what she
Girl,
did, and I was like, okay, girl.
Jordan, you got some strong hips, girl.
Them hips don't lie.
They not telling the story.
Like Shakira said, them hips don't lie.
But yeah, we can move on to SmackDown
Hold on, how
because
many
I'm doing
flames?
NXT. I'm gonna give NXT four flames. That first match could have been a little bit longer, but like you said, it could have just been that because she had those two matches in the same night. But like I said, that's what you signed for. When you want to be a double champ, you gotta be able to go the distance. But I give her four flames.
I give him
I
a
give
four
it
and a half.
three.
I thought it was pretty. Yeah, I think 4.5.
I think three is good for me today. Well, okay. We are leaving the land of NXT and we're gliding to the land of SmackDown. SmackDown,
Not the gliding.
yeah, we
We
glided. Like
what we
my
ice
boy
skating?
Mason. No, no, we we my boy Mason Momo. We doing that glide.
Okay.
Okay, gotcha.
SmackDown. All right. First, we started off with Cody. He kicks off the show in his sweats. I was like, okay, he's in his sweats. That means he's about to knuckle up with somebody today. I was like, I bet. Like, I was really thinking he was about to knuckle up. But nah, he just was talking about Cena and Mania. Then Randy came out. Randy gave him his flowers about like how great of a wrestler he is and how he wasn't happy with WWE, so he left and helped start a new promotion and how he helped change the wrestling industry. And Randy said eventually he's going to challenge for that WWE title. And then Drew comes out and said after he beats the Timu Undertaker, he's coming after that title. Boy, I had me cackling so fucking hard when he called up a Timu
He gonna
Undertaker.
stay. He
That
gonna
had
stay
me
up off my
cackling.
boy. He gonna leave my boy
That,
alone.
That had me cackling so hard. Then Drew tried to hit Cody, missed. Then Randy tried to RKO him, but Drew got out of the ring, which opened up the match for Drew and Randy later on in the night. Street Profits had a good outing with Pretty Deadly. I like Street Profits.
Yes,
I like their finishing move
boy.
too. They did a great job. I hate
Hmm.
their new theme music though. I,
Yeah,
I just
that theme music is not. Where is it?
I
Sorry.
miss the old one. The old one had me pumped all the time, but whatever. It's whatever. Next, they started announcing that we're gonna enshrine moments or matches into the WWE Hall of Fame, which I'm
I.
cool with. I'm
Mm-hmm.
cool with it, but that shouldn't have been the first one to be put in. Yes, that match was important to the kickoff of the Attitude Era and more the kickoff to Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like to his character, they really built his character more after that WrestleMania match, especially since he passed out with his own blood and sweat. But the first match that should have been enshrined, the Montreal Screwjob, Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. The history behind that was amazing. I like the Bret Hart Stone Cold thing too. They had a lot of good moments in that program, but I think it should have been Shawn Michaels versus Bret in the Survivor Series, the Hell in a Cell match with Taker and Mankind, and then that match could have been enshrined third, and I'd have been cool with it.
I feel like they probably wasn't gonna go with that Montreal screw job because of the controversy
Why would they
behind it.
start with that?
I feel
Because
like at
that
some
match,
point it might go in there, but to start this new chapter of Hall of Fame off with that, I don't think that would have
Mm,
rolled over well.
no, it
but
would not have.
that helped like McMahon, like the Mr. McMahon character, him becoming a heel, like everything. It was good. It was a good program. Had a lot of like bloodline moments, and
But
like there was real hate between them two.
we're also in a time where they're trying to phase Vince out. So
You can't phase him out no matter what. He is
he's
WWE no
part
matter
of
what.
Yeah,
he's
but I don't
part
have
of
to
the
bring him
company.
up.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna
If
say.
I
He's
if
part of
I
the
brought
company
up
because he
yeah,
built it.
You can't
I'm
erase
sorry.
him,
no, if I brought up the Montreal Screwjob, I have to talk about Vince. So why would I
but you
Mhm.
start
can't
off with the
erase
week?
Vince
No,
though.
it don't matter, but I don't have to bring him up. So I can talk about all kind of matches that have nothing to do with him because we can just start with here. There's plenty of matches that don't involve Vince. So why would I
Yeah,
bring up
I feel
no, I
like
wouldn't bring it up.
this is gonna be one of those instances like where we really, really, really want to see Chris Benoit in the Hall of Fame, but it's gonna be a chilly day in hell before it happens. Just
Exactly.
because of
I wanted
controversy.
to.
Just because of controversy.
I want it to happen, but unless he's proven innocent, it'll never happen. I think hell is going to literally freeze. Like the Eagle said, hell would
Hmm.
freeze over before this
Don't,
happens.
don't that sound like Vince?
What?
He ain't been proven innocent. So they're not finna do it. It's gonna be hell freezing over before that. Because if they induct anybody, Vince is still gonna be a part of that. So why would I go with that match when Vince is a part of that match?
Yeah, but he's
Because
a part of so
you
many
can't,
matches. So it's going to
but
be
you
so
can't.
hard.
No, it's not. It's not that hard to move past the
Okay,
shit that he's
I'll give you
in.
another example. Stone Cold versus The Rock at Mania 17.
We don't have to
Vince
talk about that
McMahon
one.
was Vince McMahon was involved, but that was an excellent match with an excellent build-up,
That's
and
fine,
it
but we
turned
don't
Stone
have to
Cold
talk about
heel.
it.
But it's a big moment in WWE.
Okay, but we don't have to talk about it now. This is what I'm saying. You want to
Okay,
put this
okay.
in now. It's not the time nor the place for it. I'm
I
not
guess
saying
we'll
that
have to wait for
it
it
can't
then.
ever happen. It's just that there are a million other matches that have happened that don't include Vince. So why would I come back to Vince and pick that right now in this time frame of things that's going on? Absolutely not. Also, maybe he
Yeah,
didn't
that's
want to put
true.
in his best friend while he's also getting put in. You ever think about that?
Yeah.
So
That's
Just my
true.
personal opinion.
Well, we'll talk
Also,
about this more.
if we're doing this, are they getting? Is there going to get talked about? Like, I want to know the induction process of these matches.
I think they'll probably talk about the program, everything that went on, like the best moments of it, and I think that's how they do it. What you think, Tony?
Well, they did say that Stone Cold Steve Austin and Bret Hart are going to be in attendance for the ceremony for their induction. So I think it'd be dope to hear each wrestler's perspective of how that program ran while they're talking about it. I'm just overall excited for this category to be added to Hall of Fame because there's some really dope matches throughout WWE that could be highlighted through this, even
I
for
just don't
people
want them
who
to put
don't watch
stupid
wrestling.
matches.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't put the what's his name, the little turkey that be coming out for Thanksgiving from time to time. Don't put no matches for him on.
Gobbly Gooker.
Yeah, him.
you don't put stupid shit like that. Like put actual great matches that were like and great programs that was like, holy shit, this was amazing.
I feel like this has to be something that, like, not like the people who, not the people who watch wrestling like us, like weekly, but like people who casually watch it just around WrestleMania time. Like they see these matches getting inducted, and they can go back and watch and see like, oh, this is why they watch wrestling. This is an amazing match.
Yeah, but
I
then
feel
you go
like
back to
this
other
needs to
times
be
and you could be
good.
like, damn, why do y'all watch wrestling? There are
It's just
times in
like watching
wrestling
your.
we're like, damn.
It's just like watching your soap opera. Sometimes it's a low, sometimes it's a high.
It's like watching a
Yay.
car crash in slow motion sometimes. All right, now back. Let's get back to SmackDown. Next, we had Piper and Alba beat Katana and Chance, and afterwards, Zelina came out. Then we found out that the weekend is going to do the theme of WrestleMania
And he done
again.
it the last seven
And I
years in a row.
That's
I
what I
like
said.
the
I said this
weekend.
man literally has done it for the last 6 years, and I was joking when I said it, but I looked it up after SmackDown went off, and this is his 6th year doing the WrestleMania song.
Man, I
Damn,
know that check fire though.
Yay!
he's making some money.
It's him and Playboy Cardi on the track this year.
I don't know who Playboy Cardi is, but okay.
Mhm.
You can tell I'm old. I just don't listen to that like I used to, I guess. But
What Kiki
anyway,
Palmer say? You could put this man in front of me, and I wouldn't even know who he
exactly. Yeah, I would be like, oh no. I look at you. Okay, it's pleasure to meet you, man. All right, let's keep it moving.
is.
Then we had Broad and LA in the DQ match because of Jacob. Jacob came out and destroyed Broad. Fucking Samoa dropped his ass onto the damn announcer table and they destroyed LA Knight. I figured this was gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna become of this. I don't know if it's gonna be a triple threat. I don't know if they're gonna do Jacob solo for Mania. Like they haven't really pointed like any direction with Jacob yet. But I know Jacob's gonna be in this Mania in some way, shape, or form. I know he's gonna have a match and he'll probably get his first win in
I
Yeah,
think they
because
Mania.
should make
Jacob
that a
is
triple threat match.
Jacob, huh?
I think they should make it a triple threat match or have them go one on one again, and that's gonna be the number one
Yeah,
contender at Mania.
yeah,
Solo
because
gonna
Jacob
interfere.
said he going for the U.S. title.
He said with or without solo.
Now he said
All right.
with Tama and without Solo. You
Solo. My bad.
you saw how he pointed at them.
He said, "Tama right here. I don't know about your bitch ass."
Then we had Jimmy say he was gonna smack the taste out of Gunther's mouth on Monday. And then we had Jimmy getting into it with Mello and Miz. Here's my thing. We have Carmelo on the main roster in 2025. And this is how we're fucking using him right now to be with fucking Miz? Are you serious? Like, we need the Carmelo was amazing in NXT. Let's keep this ball going. Like, let's keep this going and having him win
This is what
titles
I
and
go back
having
to
him do
saying. Every time they have these big names on NXT, they take them and move them to the main roster, and they don't do diddly squat with them, or they give them these weak, whack ass storylines.
I'm gonna call. I need to call Big
This is
Sexy out
wiggity
for a
wiggity
second.
whack.
Um,
Yo,
that's a little fake coming from somebody who is Miz's biggest fan. Miz is underrated. Miz is he brought honor
hold
to
on.
the
I'm
United
gonna
States
say,
Championship. You just
and
no
I'm
no
gonna
no
say
no no.
this.
Let me
I'm gonna
finish.
stand on my
Let me
business when
finish.
it comes to
Let me
Miz.
finish. You said, and this is what we're doing. Haven't paired up with the fucking Miz. You just said that.
Ooh, it was the
Yeah, because
disgusting
Carmelo
for
should
real.
be doing his own thing. Because Carmelo is a good wrestler. The
Would
Miz
you not
is
if?
underappreciated. The Miz did bring honor
But would
back
the
to the
Miz
IC
not
title.
help
The
him get where he
IC
needs to go?
title, the IC title is a workhorse championship, like you commented earlier. And when he was the IC champion, he worked his ass off to make that the best championship. Because at that time, Brock Lesnar was a universal champion, and he did not defend that shit for months. So the IC title was next big thing, and he worked his ass off to make that IC title something big and important. That's why I'm like,
Okay.
yeah, the Miz, I can see the Miz in the Hall of Fame. I can see Miz doing bigger things because he has a good mic skills. He's better as a wrestler now, and he's just a good character in general. So yes, I stand on my business when it comes to Miz.
So why wouldn't you pair
Okay,
a
Marie.
not saying that Carmelo is a noob, but he's a noob to the main roster. Why won't you pair the two of them up so he can show him the ropes?
Okay, I give you that, but we just need to put
Okay.
Carmelo in doing other things. Carmelo's a good wrestler within himself. He did excellent in NXT. He did great mic work, great character work, great ring work. He could be good by himself. That's my
But this is the
opinion.
thing. You brought not saying that they're not big on NXT. When you moved into NXT, they're up here with the big fish, not in the little pond anymore of NXT. You moved into the big roster where you might have been big over there, but you're not big here. So you still have to remake your name here alongside Roman Reigns, alongside Seth Rollins, alongside Miz. So
Yeah.
you can't say, "Oh, Carmelo's so great," but then you put Carmelo in a match with fucking Drew McIntyre and you expect the same thing, you know?
Okay, I give you that much. Then after
All I
that,
had.
we had Naomi. Naomi's doing her best character work right now. I fucking love this character work right now with what she's doing. She gives me like a serial killer vibe with like what she was wearing and
This
like the way she was acting. She gave me like a serial killer. Like I was like, holy fuck. And then she
this
was
was
crying during the video. If
yes.
you didn't notice that,
This was my favorite promo that Naomi has cut because I guess because I can relate, but I can relate to the being overlooked and undervalued and not being treated as such. And she said in this promo, you teach people how to treat you. And girl, preach. I fucking love Triple H. Keep this right here. Keep this going. I need this. Keep this going. Go ahead and make that match official though.
and she
Go
said
ahead and
that
make that mania match.
she she's tired of feeling unappreciated. That Naomi didn't look that Bianca didn't look up to Jade, she looked up to her. To Naomi. It was like, and she told Jade, she said, if you're going after me, proceed with caution. I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh shit. What you about to say, T?
Oh, brother. Fuck out of here.
Oh, best friend. You
Fuck
know
out of
She's a
I'm
here.
hater.
No. No, I'm not a
I'm the
hater.
same
You know
way.
I love Naomi. No, you know I love Naomi down. But no, if you're gonna have this character, be the character. Don't be a bitch and start. I'll I'll let you have it for now. I'll carry my conversation to the next part.
Can we have a conversation? I
Absolutely not. Because if you're gonna be a heel, be a heel. Don't be a heel and a bitch at the same time.
so there we had
Yeah,
that.
okay.
Then after that, we had a vignette about Alistair Black that said XX5, which I don't know what the fuck that means. Maybe he might be on the
So when
SmackDown
I went,
after WrestleMania.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I went on the interwebs and did my thug thizzle, and
Interwebs.
that's what it came out to be. That's the date for the SmackDown after WrestleMania. So that should be when he's debuting.
Cool, cool,
All
cool.
right, that's good to know. Next, we were supposed to have the match with Michin, and B-Fab was with her. Naomi came out and beat the bricks off their asses for a while. Like she
Once
took out
again, shit that
Michin,
makes no fucking
and
sense.
then she took out B-Fab. And then she was choking the shit out of B-Fab like she was the Trail Speedwell, and that was a Golden State coach from the 90s. Like she was choking the shit out of her. Anybody who watches basketball would get that reference. But anyways, then Jade came out finally, and she has a funky looking run. I just noticed the way she runs is kind of weird.
A six
But
foot tall woman running.
she looks like a newborn giraffe, like trying to gain her
Oh my
balance
god.
or whatever. But
Can
she
we get into
chased
her
out
outfit real
Naomi.
quick?
Giving very much Kill Bill. Uma
Yes.
Thurman.
I was like, okay, Uma.
Yes, and then after that, Charlotte beat
Hold on,
Meechin,
hold on,
which we
hold on,
all
hold
knew
on.
was going to
Hold up,
happen.
hold up, hold up, because this is what I want to talk about. Jay Music Hit. You out here beating up people. You talking mad shit to Jade. You told Jade, if you want to come after me, proceed with caution. Why the fuck is your bitch ass in the Raptors? Why the fuck is you out here sitting? You out here sitting with the motherfucking fans, but you was talking mad trash to me, bitch. Here I am. What the fuck are you talking about? That's what I don't like. If you're gonna be a heel, cut a promo and talking shit, bitch. When I roll up on you, what the fuck is up? That's the same as a bitch talking shit online, and I say, okay, bitch, I'm finna pull up, and I pull up, and you won't come outside. That's
She
some
didn't
weak
wait till the
shit.
sun was on.
You done jump me, like you jump me during my match. You jump me, you hit me and push me off the thing, and you say you should have pushed me harder. You said all that shit. Now, bitch, I'm in front of you, and you scared? Fuck out of here, bro. Ain't no fucking way you finna make me be a heel, badass, all this shit. I'm cutting this promo, talking all this shit, and I'm a coward. Fuck no. That's all I want to say. I'm not getting riled up today.
Then after that, we had Tiff, and she gave a great promo.
Yeah,
And
because she
she,
didn't have Charlotte there.
Exactly. She can
and
do
then,
promos, but she can't do promos face to face.
but she's like, Charlotte has everything to lose. Because if she loses to her like what's her name called her, an inexperienced blonde. If she wins, she still beat an inexperienced blonde. So she really gains nothing. And she said, what stays in Vegas, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. And she said, I will be keeping my championship. And she was like, you're going to have your ego checked. And I was like,
Mm,
okay,
but
Tiff.
no, but that didn't make sense. You have nothing to gain, bitch. I still beat you, and I still have the title. Y'all don't make sense when y'all be saying shit.
Here's, here's my shit right here. It'd be bad booking for Charlotte to win. In my opinion, it'd be bad booking for her to win. Like, she just needs an ego check badly.
All I'm gonna say is
And
watch the move sets in the ring. I don't care about everything else. Watch the move sets when they're in the ring. Watch how watch how slow Charlotte gonna move with her. And I'm gonna tell
her
you,
dad, go ahead.
I'm gonna tell
Go
you,
ahead.
if she like she said, she's an inexperienced blonde. She is. The only thing Tiff has for her is her gimmick that she has right now.
It's
Outside of that,
Tiffy
she
time.
does gymnastics. Okay, what else do you have? Nothing.
She do gymnastics and it does as does every other bitch in the bed.
Right. So you just gonna be a blonde doing the same shit that all the other blondes do, baby, including Charlotte.
Just another blonde. But Ric Flair just said last week that his daughter's the best female wrestler right now in just wrestling in general.
I mean,
Like,
well, she got to
please,
do
bro.
a couple more matches for us to say that. But okay, because
Like,
right
she just
now
came back from
He must don't
injury.
watch
Like,
other wrestlers.
he's
no, he
still
don't.
watching.
He's biased.
He's still watching when she was part of. When we were talking about
NXT.
the yeah.
Okay. He watching her NXT days. Gotcha.
He just a little
And,
confused. He old,
yeah, he's senile now.
That pacemaker get into his brain.
pumping the wrong organ or something.
After that, we had Drew beating Vandy. We had distraction from KO. KO tried to punt. I mean, Randy tried to punt KO's head off, but KO dipped again. Is this how it's going to be? Just a game of cat and mouse with these two?
And that's the shit I hate. You gonna talk shit. You gonna sneak me, but you're fucking running when now that you got my full attention. Get out of here.
Then we had Ray Phoenix is definitely going to be at SmackDown next week.
Mm-hmm.
We had Jimmy beat The Miz, and then he said he's going to turn Gunther from the ring general to the ring private, which was hilarious. And then we had the best part of the night, in my opinion. One of the funniest things in the night. McIntyre was doing an interview. He said that he was telling him good night, opened that door, and Drew just whopped on his ass and just beat the brakes off of him. And
He said,
then
"You coming
the
to see
dude
me,
was like,
Undertaker?"
this dude was like, this is my car. And then he just picked that poor dude up, put him through a table, checked on him, then went back to Drew, and then fucking did his moves and south to heaven on top of the windshield. And then he said, rest in peace, jackass. It's cackling. I was fucking dead when I heard that shit right there. I
Can
was
we
cackling so hard.
can we take a moment for how country Jamie Noble is? Get me a medic. Get me a medic. I said Jamie so fucking country boy.
I don't know who's more country, Tony, T, or Jamie Nobles, because all
I
three of y'all
Definitely
think
country shit.
Jamie
I
got
think
both of us
Jamie got
beat.
me beat.
And then what was funnier was when CM Punk was walking by and saw Drew like that, and just like kind of like he kind of smiled and walked away. The only thing I was thinking of is hearing "That's Life" by Frank Sinatra coming on would have made me die laughing. But
No, that was a price check on a jackass right there. Cause I don't,
that was hilarious. I was like, "That's life."
y'all ain't gonna check on him.
Like, yeah. Hey, yo, get your
He
boy.
look hurt.
He got an ouchies. He's got an ouchies.
I got a band-aid in my back pocket if y'all
And
need it.
then, then we had the contract signing as the main event of SmackDown, which was good. I liked how it ended. Roman came out, and London was just feeling Roman. Oh my God, they were going crazy over him. And he was ready to sign this shit. Seth came out and just started crashing out. Like, hey, I had a chance to cut off, we had a chance to cut off the head of the biggest snake in wrestling, but you shook his head at War Games. We could have ended him at Hell in the Cell, but again, you ruined it.
When did
Roman
we
only
have
thinks
hell?
about
When did
himself.
we have hell in the cell? Oh, he meant in the cage match. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm like, when the fuck did they have a hell in the cell match?
And then he said Roman only thinks about himself, and that's going to be his downfall. And then Roman was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, and when it came like to us and stuff, he said, there hasn't been no us for a long time. That died a long time ago.
When you stabbed me in the back,
Th-
bitch.
Then CM Punk comes out, signs a contract while Roman is berating him. He's like, it's all there, dude. Look at page 4. He was like, wise man, go help him. And
He
then
said, "Do you
he
need
was
a
looking.
highlighter?"
Yes, I had me dying laughing. You need to highlight it. I was like, he's just going after him. He's just on his neck today. I'm like, Jesus,
Roman said he
wept.
got shit to
And,
do. Hurry his up.
and then I'm like, oh shit. And then he said, then Heyman was like, you're gonna get it's there. You are you're gonna main event night 1 of
Which is fucking stupid.
WrestleMania. Hold on a second. Hold your thoughts for a second. Let's not put the cart before the horse. So he signs it.
Don't
He's
have a
thanking the
horse
tribal chief.
or a cart.
He's thanking the tribal chief for this. And then Seth is like crashing out. He's like, I don't care. He said, I won't mess on this. Won't be the main event no more. And he's like, he's just having a conniption over there. And then Roman has a speed popped up. He's like, it's all good, baby. This is the favor. And then he looked at him and said, no, it wasn't. And SmackDown ended like that. So we ended out a
I'm
cliffhanger.
sorry.
Dun, dun,
What
dun.
is the favor? Dum dum dum. That's what I was about to do too. You beat me to it.
I'm sorry. I don't think this is main event worthy. I
Here's
don't
my
think that
thing.
you should get.
I
I
thought a
don't think you
title
should
match
get.
would be. Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead,
you
T.
said what I was going to say. That's exactly what I was going to say.
What
Yeah,
match should have
because
been night one?
so it's traditionally the Royal Rumble matches that are the Royal Rumble winner gets the main event at WrestleMania. It has always been there for years.
Did you
But
know
now
this
all of
is
a sudden
Roman's
it's not.
six? This is Roman's sixth main event straight. It's his
I
10th,
think
but it's six
they can
straight.
they can open the show with it. I think it'd be a great opening match.
Yes.
But I don't think they should main event. I don't think, this has nothing to do with who I like more. I think it's, let's just be fair. I
That's
went
taken
to
away
Royal
from
Rumble.
Jimmy.
I won. It's Jay. I went to Mania. I mean, I went to Royal Rumble. I won my match fair and square. And now you're telling me that I'm not the main event for some motherfuckers that don't even have a title shot in here?
I
No,
think I think they're taking less value now to the other championship, the Gunta championship, by doing that. Like they're making it
I think
like,
it's a
oh yeah,
slap to
this
all
championship
the
don't mean
titles that are on the
shit.
line. I think it's a slap to every title that's on the line because Bianca won Elimination Chamber, John won Elimination Chamber, Jay won Royal Rumble, and then what's
Charlotte
the
won the
fourth?
Rumble.
Charlotte won the
Charlotte.
Rumble. So all four of them worked hard to get to that. Yet y'all three only got this match because y'all beefing, which I don't think is fair.
I agree with
This
you.
could have been a nice opener.
Yes,
Um
like when
That
Seth
would have
did
been a
SummerSlam.
banger.
That time Seth did that SummerSlam match with uh
Dolph
Dolph.
with Dolph.
That was a
Yes.
that was a banger opening match. So we know
Yeah.
that it can be done, but I don't think it should end the show. No,
No. That's disrespectful to Gunta and Jay. That's
I
disrespectful to
completely
Cena
agree.
and Cody, to Charlotte and Tiff, to Bianca and
because
whoever she faces.
you know they're gonna make John and Cody main event night two. I feel like they're gonna main event night two. That's main
They
event
are.
energy. So now you're giving us this triple threat that's taken away from what could have been Gunther and Jay. And so now Jay and Gunther are basically fucked out of a main event because
And
of
that's
this.
main event money too.
Right.
That's a main event bonus and getting fucked out of too.
I just don't think this is main event worthy. I think the title should be the main event as it traditionally has been. Now I know Triple H likes
Agreed.
to shake things. I know Triple H likes to shake things up, but let's be fair to the honor of what your Royal Rumble is, the honor of what your Elimination Chamber is. This has nothing to do with tradition. This is about the honor of winning that, and this is your award for winning that.
Yeah.
That's
You're
like
taking it
me
and now
winning the
you
gold.
there's no
That's like
point.
me winning the gold medal, and then the fucking bronze is standing on the podium at the top.
There's no point
No,
in doing
bitch.
the rumble anymore. Now if it doesn't mean shit.
Like, yes, I'm gonna have a guaranteed spot at WrestleMania, but am I gonna be main event? Probably not.
And
Yeah,
that's the
now
thing. It
it's
always
two
says that it's the men.
nights. There's no excuse.
Right. They can open the show. I don't think they need to end it.
What did I give SmackDown 3.5 flames today? The only big part that I really liked was the contract signing.
I'm gonna give it a 4. I think I'm gonna give it a 4.
I'm gonna give it a 4 as well.
Okay. Well, that's SmackDown for everybody. Now it's time for wrestling.
History. History. Let's get it.
History. Okay. A lot of these are going to be Mania because we're getting closer to Mania. A lot of this is going to be for the Mania. And the first one, how apropos that the first one is going to be on the 23rd in 1997 at Mania 13. Bret Hart beat Stone Cold at Mania 13 in a submission match, which was one of the best matches on that card. One, two, it kicked off Austin's fucking character. Like his character went like everybody was wild for him afterwards, and they did the great job of switching from babyface to heel to babyface on both of them. And
As they
also,
should have.
Undertaker beat Sid Vicious for the WWF title that same night. On the 24th in 91 at Mania 7, Undertaker won his first Mania match against Jimmy Snuka, and Hogan beat Slaughter for the WWF Championship. On the 25th, 2020 was our first Mania during COVID-19, which we didn't have a goddamn crowd. But at that Mania, at 36, Undertaker did his last match as a cinematic boneyard grave match against AJ Styles and beat him, which was a great match and a great way for
Hmm.
him to end his career.
I
Like
like the cinematics behind that one too.
yes, it was a good match. It was a good storyline, and I like how they used AJ's first name. He kept calling Ali, Ali. That shit had me laughing. And on the 26th of 2001, on the last episode of WCW Nitro, it was dubbed Night of the Champions. All championships were up for grabs. Booker T became the last WCW champion, and Sting beat Ric Flair via submission on that match. And the last match and the main event of that last Nitro. In 2006, on Raw before Mania 22, Cena beat McMahon via DQ. On the 28th of 2010, Cena beat Batista at that Mania 26 for the WWE title. Undertaker and beat Michaels in the career versus streak match to end their beautiful trilogy. They had one of the best trilogies in WWE history. That could have been a match right there. That could have been one of the first enshrined. That match, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels versus Ric Flair. Like we have so many matches that we're gonna put in that we have to enshrine. They should do at least 3 matches per year to enshrine in the W in the Hall of Fame, in my opinion. At least 3 a year would make me happy. But I digress. And on the 29th at 14, Undertaker beat Kane at Mania 14, and Stone Cold won his first title against Shawn Michaels with Mike Tyson as the enforcer. Fun fact, everybody who don't know this, Michaels wasn't sure about dropping the title. Taker taped up his hands and said, "If you don't drop this title properly to Stone Cold like you're supposed to and do business, you're gonna have to see me in the back." And us two are gonna knuckle up. That is a true story. It has been verified by many people that that actually happened. So Michael did the right thing, and Mike was did what he was supposed to do. And Stone
They was
Cold
saying,
won
you
his
don't do what
first
you supposed to do,
title.
I'm gonna beat your ass.
Pretty much, so many words. You told him, you don't do this. You and I are gonna have it. This gonna be some furniture moving after this fucking match. But yeah, that's that's the history. Now we're gonna do our birthdays. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday.
Tyson Tomko, the
Who?
Undertaker. Tyson Tomko. He was part of WWE for a while. He was with
Oh, is
Christian.
that the one that with? Oh, okay, I said, is that the one that was with CM Punk? My bad.
No, he was with Christian. The
Who was he? Not the
Undertaker.
big dude that was part of the Straight Edge Society?
No, that was Clark Anderson. Wrong person.
Oh, my bad.
I mean, Luke, not him. Oh, Luke Gallows. My bad. Luke Gallows. I confused
Oh,
those
okay.
two, and that's hard for me to. That's easy for me to do.
Okay.
Tyson Taco, The Undertaker, Lana,
Andy.
Lana, Lacey Evans,
Oh god.
Sylvian Gruyere. He was part of Live and Starts, for whoever
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
remember him.
He was with
Charlie
Renee
Haas.
Dupree.
Yep, part of the greatest tag team. Umaga, rest in peace. Mr.
R.P.
Perfect and
R.P.
Michael
Wait,
and fucking Michael Hayes.
who's that?
Michael Hayes. He was part of the Freebirds back in the 70s and
Mm,
80s.
sorry, sir. I'm gonna have to
And
pull out my what's her name? Kiki Palmer. I don't know who that man is.
he has blonde hair. He's always there. Like
I know who
you would
Michael
know him if
Hayes
I showed
is.
him a picture. He's an old man with dyed blonde hair. And he's
Sounds
also a
like Ric
racist and
Flair.
he's also many other things. But anyways,
Sounds like Hulk. Sounds like Hulk Hogan. That's all you just described to me.
Umaga's son just had a baby and named his son after
Really?
Umaga.
Oh, so cute.
Can't wait for
Another.
Zilla to show up in the WWE because that man, take me home,
Which
child.
But that is wrestling history.
history?
History.
History.
History. Okay, everybody. This was fun. Raw, SmackDown, NXT. A lot going on. We're getting ready. We're gearing up for Stand and Deliver. That's going to be the same day as night one of Mania on the 19th. And the
Yeah,
20th, we
so
have night two.
What time I come
Stand
on?
and Deliver comes on at 9:30 a.m.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
9:30 a.m.
Why in
Set
the
your
fuck?
alarm because they
I'm,
got to do WrestleMania later in the day.
And
damn,
we're
that
going
mean
to
we gotta
figure
get
this
up
out,
and
ladies.
record. That mean we gotta record early.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going
You're
to
gonna be up
figure
at
out
four
how we're going to
o'clock.
do this. We're gonna figure out how we're gonna do this with Stand and Deliver and Mania. We're gonna get everything out. We promise you, we're gonna get everything out as quick as we can because that's a lot going on in one fucking weekend. Because we
And
have the Hall of
then
Fame, we have
T's
the
birthday is
roast,
that
we have
weekend as well.
oh yeah, her birthday. That's right, the loser. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We're
Okay,
all excited for T's
remember that.
birthday. We're all excited for T's birthday.
My birthday is night one of WrestleMania, but it's my birthday month starting April 1st. So
Oh God, I'm
we'll
about to hear
see.
it's my birthday month.
You damn sure will.
Someone shoot me now.
Just like I
But
know
anyways,
when we do the spring grass for birthdays for April for that week, you know my face. I'm gonna be on each week. I'm just gonna
no, you're not. Just that
yes.
one week.
Birthdays this week.
First off, I'm the editor. I'm gonna put my face in there every week.
Wow,
So
that's very facetious of you to
when
do.
your birthday
But
when your
okay,
birthday month gets here, I will do it for you. Same
Can you
for
do it
that's
for
Tony.
okay.
mine
Just that
too?
one,
I
just that
got
one
Yay!
you.
week.
No,
But yeah, my wife's birthday is coming up on the 19th. She's very excited. I'm very excited
super
for
excited.
T's birthday.
Yeah.
But we promise you that's going to be a long week with a lot of things going on. We'll be pumping out a lot of content that week. So y'all just keep your ears peeled, keep your ear to the wall, like the old saying is, because we're going to be announcing before that week happens when we're going to be dropping every single thing. So y'all just keep your ear to the wall so you can know what's going on, so you can keep up with us. But that's it, everybody. It was a great time. Y'all take it easy. The champion is signing
Oh
us out.
brother,
The undisputed
here you go.
champion, the defending champion, the HTR champ, Big Sexy Matt. See ya.
Before you sign off,
Uh huh.
uh, because you mentioned everything else, we also got a championship match coming up. The week
Oh
after
yeah,
that.
next week, the week after we
So
have our championship match. Mia gets his other loser. So we'll see what.
See, you mad cocky, and I can't wait till you lose your title. That's completely
so
fine.
when I pull up to the chat with this shiesty on, you feel me? I'm gonna be channeling my inner Jacob
Oh goodness,
because
she finna kill you.
I gotta avenge. I gotta get this win. I gotta avenge my best friend because you ain't gonna finna keep calling
And-
us no losers.
right. Also, we have to go over the Slammies as well because there's a lot of stuff on the Slammy stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got to go over a lot, and well, eventually on one Saturday, I kind of want to also do about the Hall of Fame, people who deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, people who don't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, who are in there, people who will never get into the Hall of Fame. Like I want to actually do a Saturday, like 2 Saturdays, and we actually talk
We're
about
gonna have
that.
a long Saturday for a bunch of stuff, but we got it.
Yeah, we got it. So y'all just tune in to us. Monday we drop content. Wednesday we'll drop more content, and we're just gonna keep dropping content until the cows come home. We're just gonna keep dropping content till we can't no more. And I doubt that ever happen. Because as long as I keep this championship, I'll be challenged by these two young ladies right here.
you guys
I
also
need Dave
make sure you
Chappelle.
follow us on TikTok and Instagram as well. It's
Yes,
And
please.
the
on
same
YouTube,
as
it's
the
still
Spotify and YouTube.
yes.
Same as the
We've
So
been
Spotify
follow
hot
us.
take report.
right.
Follow us on everything, everybody. Okay, so this is it. Thank you, everybody. It's your champ, the HTR champ, Big Sexy. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.